I'd like to call a meeting to order of the Middlesex County Board of County Commissioners. I would ask everyone to please rise if you may, if you're able to, and if we have a moment of silence and pray for all our first responders, law enforcement, and our troops that they always return home safe, and all our essential workers as well, healthcare providers. Thank you. You can join me in the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meetings Law, notice of this public meeting has been published in the Home News Tribune and Star Ledger newspapers and posted on the Middlesex County website, as well as the front door of the bulletin board and Middlesex County Administration Building at least 48 hours in advance of this meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
Participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portions of this meeting. Members of the public must press *9 to virtually raise their hand to speak. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participant to press *6 to unmute themselves. You will know when you have been unmuted and it is time to speak when you hear the operator say, "You are unmuted." When a participant has either completed their comments or told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Here.
County Commissioner Ascona-Barber,
Here.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Here.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Here.
County Commissioner Nara,
Here.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Here.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Here. We have minutes for approval.
Yes, the then Board of Chosen Freeholders wrap-up meeting, December 30th, 2020 at 6:00 p.m.
Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona-Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. We have ordinance. We have introduction, first reading. The clerk will read ordinance number 456.
Bond Ordinance 456, Bond Ordinance providing for various 2021 capital improvements and equipment acquisitions by and in the County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, appropriating $80 million, therefore, and authorizing $30,285,714 bonds or notes of the county to finance part of the cost thereof, and authorizing a public hearing to be held on Thursday, February 4th, 2021 at 7:00 p.m. and publication thereof.
Is there a clarification that we have to make that that's 34 million?
34 million, yes.
34,285,714.
Yes.
Is there a motion to adopt the ordinance on first reading?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona-Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. We have reports of county commissioners. County Commissioner Deputy Director Ken Armwood.
Thank you. From the Department of Business Innovations, Education and Opportunity, the Department of Business Innovation, Education, Opportunity is continuing to keep the momentum of virtual engagement and online delivery of services. From the Office of Cooperative Extension Services, I am pleased to report that the Office of Cooperative Extension Services is planning a series of online state and regional meetings for farm and horticultural groups to provide training and continuing education credits to help farmers update their pesticide licenses, to develop their marketing skills, and to promote agritourism in the county. The 4-H youth program continues to expand online programming series on leadership training and wellness. It has retained over 3,000 participants throughout the county and beyond. From the Arts Institute, I'm happy to report that the Arts Institute is collaborating with the Arts Council in Carteret, engaging local youth to design read and make kits. Each set contains 13 kits with different books and art activities and supplies. The kits are meant to engage children and caretakers in self-guided reading and art experiences. The kits were compiled by 10 volunteers and designed by arts education and literacy teachers to promote visual literacy and early childhood development. The kits will be donated to children's hospitals across the county. From the Office of Career Opportunity, the Office of Career Opportunity continues to successfully facilitate dislocated worker grants and continues to provide job placement opportunities to our constituents through virtual training programs and virtual assistance. The Office of Career Opportunity will also be hosting virtual career workshops in collaboration with our county libraries. The first virtual career workshop will be on Tuesday, February 16th at 10 a.m. and is being facilitated with New Brunswick Library. Please visit our county website for additional information. And since this is our first meeting since the reorganization, I'd just like to wish everyone a happy new year. Let's start the year off great. I know 2020 was a downer with the COVID plague, and hopefully this will be a much better year, and looking forward to getting great things done with this great team. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Ascona-Barber?
Thank you, Director Rios. Every January, Middlesex County participates in the annual Point in Time count, required by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. The purpose of the count is to get a snapshot what homelessness looks like in America. Due to COVID-19, our efforts will be different this year. Instead of focusing on a specific date in January, homeless outreach teams will be conducting outreach throughout the county for multiple weeks. This year, outreach teams will have bags to give to those that they interact with. The bags contain community agency information, hygiene kits, sacks, hats, gloves, and other supplies. This bag will also be available for distribution at locations in Perth Amboy and New Brunswick. The data collected will also be submitted to the state, which will conclude unsheltered homeless persons and those in shelters or other temporary locations. It will also be used to assist the county in the practices and services around homeless and prevention in Middlesex County. And I also wanted to wish everybody a happy new year as well. And that will conclude my report, Director Rios.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Kenny?
Thank you, Director. I just want to report that the Livingston Avenue project here in New Brunswick is going to be coming to a slowdown for the next 6 weeks to 2 months due to the work that they're at this point, and the fact that some of the factories are closed, and just the season, they're going to stop until probably mid-March, maybe the beginning of March. They'll be able to pick back up. But during that time, public service is going to continue to do work that they have to do in regards to replacing decorative lighting. And then once the weather breaks for the spring, we'll pick back up for the curbs, sidewalk, roads, and all the other repairs that we have going on there. And the other thing I'd like to report is to the health department, Freehold and Nara, and all those in the health department. I had a resident reach out to me who for work purposes needed to get a vaccination, the COVID vaccination. They had signed up and they went down to the fire academy and they wanted to pass on to me the fact that it was very smooth and very well run, and they were in and out of there quite quickly. And they just wanted to say thank you for the work that the members of the health department are doing to carry forward this project. So I just wanted to pass that on. That's all.
Thank you. Commissioner Leslie Koppel.
Thank you very much, Director. Over the past 10 years, the Middlesex Board of Chosen Commissioners, County Commissioners, have been committed to specific long-term and short-term fiscal strategies and policies in formulating annual budgets. The commitment has strengthened the county's financial well-being and has resulted over the years in stable budget growth. Continuous reduction in total debt and annual debt increases in surplus funds and the creation of a pay-as-you-go capital fund. Our annual financial audits are reaffirmations and verification of this continued commitment to maintain a strong fiscal house. Financial audits are independent, objective, third-party inspections of financial transactions, records and reporting activities of the county with focus on compliance and adherence to special indicators. Tonight, we are accepting the following 2019 fiscal audits: single audit of federal and state grants, audit of the Sheriff's Office, audit of the Surrogate's Office, and the audit of the County Clerk's Office. There are no auditor recommendations on any of these audits, and this is yet another direct reflection of the sound fiscal operations of Middlesex County. A quick update on Middlesex County CARES Act Small Business Relief Grant Program. Yesterday, we processed the 7th round of payments for the program. 185 payments totaling $4,659.89
Some people are low, some people are high. I got to listen to it.
were mailed out to small business throughout the county to help them remain open. To date, we have issued payments on the average of $25,000 each to 804 small business for a total payout of $20,139,983. Although the program closed on December 30th, we still have over 300 applications to review and additional payments to be distributed. And Director, that concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Santinara.
Thank you, Director. From the Office of Health Services, the office is still offering its free COVID testing for any county resident. The county is also utilizing its mobile testing trailer, enabling us to move throughout the county. Persons wanting to get tested are required to register on the county's website, www.middlesexcountynj.gov/COVID-19. The schedule of upcoming test dates and locations is also available on this site. Those registering will receive a time, date, and location. We continue to utilize the saliva testing method pioneered by Rutgers University, which is less intrusive than the nasal swab procedure and comparably accurate. The office, upon the receipt of the COVID vaccine in December, began vaccinating those individuals listed in Phase 1A. The program has since been expanded to include certain individuals listed in Phase 1B. As a reminder, the state has implemented specific criteria for each respective phase, and the county is following those guidelines. For more information and resources about COVID-19, how to register for the vaccine, or how residents can volunteer to assist with COVID-19 vaccination in medical and non-medical roles, please visit www.middlesexcountynj.gov/COVID-19. Individuals who cannot register online or who have more detailed questions should call the county's COVID-19 call center at 732-745-3100. Once again, that's 732-745-3100. Residents are reminded that the county only receives limited quantities of the vaccine, and these are distributed on a first-come, first-served basis based on where you fall into the eligible criteria. We are asking everyone to be patient, and as supplies increase, we are positioned to expand our vaccinations. Information about the number of doses administered in the state and demographic information can be found on the state's COVID-19 information portal, which is covid19.nj.gov. The county has also partnered with the state of New Jersey and RWJ to provide vaccinations at the state's mega site, which is located at New Jersey's Convention and Exposition Center at 97 Sunfield Avenue, Raritan Center, Edison, New Jersey. Registration is required. Eligible residents may register by visiting covidvaccine.nj.gov. This page is also accessible through our county website, once again at www.middlesexcountynj.gov/COVID-19. Vaccinations began on January 15th and will continue thereafter, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. or unless stated otherwise. Administration of up to 2,400 COVID-19 vaccinations can occur at the site per day to qualified individuals as per the state's priority guidelines, which now include high-risk individuals. The Pfizer BioNTech and the Moderna vaccines, both currently granted with emergency use authorization by the FDA, are administered at this site. And I will just say that both the director and myself visited that site on the first day it opened. The governor was there, and we can attest to the fact that the site is incredibly well equipped with not only resources, but personnel, and run very professionally. As a reminder, although the vaccine is being rolled out throughout the state, we must still be vigilant by practicing all the necessary precautions of washing our hands, wearing face covering, social distancing, and avoiding large social gatherings. The combination of getting vaccinated and following CDC's recommendations to protect yourself and others will offer the best protection from COVID-19. Please, please continue these safety measures, and along with the administration of this vaccine, we can combat this invisible enemy. Thank you very much, Commissioner Director. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Tamaro?
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you. Our Youth Conservation Corps, once again, the Middlesex County Youth Conservation Corps is now accepting applications for their spring crew. The deadline is February 19th to submit applications with a tentative start date of April 10th. Duties include litter cleanup, trail marking, building and maintenance, plantings and reforestation management projects, wildlife habitat projects, invasive species management and removal. Information is available on the Middlesex County website on the Parks and Recreation page. The 2021 picnic reservations. As a reminder, due to COVID-19 concerns, opening day of reservations is tentatively scheduled for Monday, March 1st, 2021. Information regarding the new reservations process will be on our website in mid-February. We thank you for your patience in these uncertain times. Ice safety. With the cold weather still upon us, please remember that no ice can be considered safe ice. Please stay safe and stay off the ice in our parks and open spaces. It is also very important for parents to talk to their children about the dangers of playing on ice. We want everybody to stay safe this winter. Social distancing. As a reminder, all Middlesex County parks and open space are open from sunrise to sunset, 7 days a week. Let us be safe, practice social distancing, and wear a mask while everybody enjoying our parks and open spaces. And that concludes my report, Director.
Thank you. I just want to reiterate what my colleagues have said. It's so critical for everyone to maintain the protocols of social distancing, wearing masks, washing hands. We can't stress that enough. And one observation that I've made, I've seen quite often, people are wearing their mask underneath their nose or even underneath their mouths, which is really totally ineffective. And my recommendation to all our constituents would be that if you see that, say something to the management of the establishment. I would not recommend confronting the person that's not wearing it, because you just don't want to get into an altercation and an argument with someone. Let the establishment enforce the protocols. Okay, Mr. Kelso, do we have any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be amended?
There are none.
Resolutions to be held?
There are none.
And resolutions to be voided?
There are none.
Okay. Before I open up the meeting to the public on resolutions only, I would just like to stress thank you to everyone that's in attendance. I'd like to state that we will utilize advanced capabilities and technology to conduct this meeting in order to keep decorum of this meeting and allow those wishing to speak to do so uninterrupted. The following instructions, which the clerk of the board recited earlier, apply to this meeting. For those joining us on this call who have spoken in the past, please note that these instructions have changed due to the changes in the technology. Participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portions of this meeting. Before participants can unmute themselves, they must press *9 to virtually raise your hand. When your hand is raised, you will be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants with raised hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participants to press *6 to unmute themselves. You will know when you have been unmuted, and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you're unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments or told their allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. So to recap those update instructions, you must press *9 to raise your hand, then press *6 when the operator tells you to do so in order to speak during any part of the public portion. Okay, so now, moderator, do we have anyone in the queue?
Yes, Director, we do. I will allow that individual to speak.
Okay, please state your name and address.
And you have 5 minutes, please. And you only can speak on resolutions listed.
Yes, good evening, members of the board. This is Charlie Cradaville from New Brunswick. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I just want to clarify. You've got 138 resolutions tonight. I only get 5 minutes to address them and ask questions.
That's correct. If you have any other questions after that, you can call our office and we'll be more than happy to help.
Okay, thank you. So first of all, the first resolution, employment contract for Kelso and Burgess. Mr. Kelso's already an employee. What is this contract? Why is there an additional employment contract for his firm?
The director, would you like me to answer? Or? Yeah, this is the agreement that my law firm has done and predecessor law firms have done for many years. It provides for additional work to be completed by the law firm rather than through my employment as county counsel. It's the same agreement that has been in place and covers specific areas with a rate of $175 an hour.
Okay, is there a not to exceed amount for the contract?
No, there is not.
Okay, so you just to be clear, Mr. Kelso, you're paid over $200,000 salary, benefits too, and your firm is going to have an unlimited contract to charge the county for work as well.
The contract provides for additional services at a rate of $175 an hour.
Right, unlimited. Okay. I see the next resolution is appointing members to the SWAC, the Solid Waste Advisory Council, but it doesn't say who the members are. Can anybody tell me who's being appointed?
And John Palomina or Ron Sender? Yeah, this is John. Amy, maybe you can identify it based on the resolution itself. I don't recall offhand. I don't have it in front of me.
I believe it is Freeholder Kenny, but I will have to double check and get back to you, Charlie.
Okay. I respectfully ask if the board or the commission doesn't know who is being appointed, you should hold the resolution. Moving on to page 4, wanted to ask about these legal services agreements for assistant county counsel. I noticed the Boris Golden Foley Vignolo Hyman and Stahl firm is getting this kind of work. Is there a not to exceed amount for that, and why do they need to be brought on in this capacity? They're already the ethics board attorney, correct?
Yes, that is correct. These contracts are specific fixed fee amounts, and they provide for additional services that are assigned to these firms during the course of the year through my office for various types of matters, anything from civil commitments to handling of smaller claims. There can be legal research that's done or specific matters that are assigned to them, generally on a rotating basis by my office and my staff.
Okay, and is there a not to exceed amount?
Yeah, it's a fixed amount.
And what would that amount be?
They vary.
Okay, how about for the Boris Golden Foley Vignolo Hyman and Stahl?
I believe that is a $50,000 contract.
Okay, it's a big contract for them. Okay, I do.
Charlie Kenny here. If I go back to one of Charlie's questions, Real Linares being appointed, and there's 25 other people to the SWAC.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll follow up for the full list.
Just look it up.
Thank you for checking into that.
This is Commissioner Nara and Commissioner Kenny speaking to that.
Okay. I'll continue. The North American Insurance Management. This is Acrisure. Why is the county awarding a contract to this firm that's reportedly under investigation by the State Attorney General? This is on page 13, number 111.
Mr. Kelso?
This is a solicitation of a proposal from them. They've been doing work with the county in providing advice to the insurance commissioners and to the insurance office for a number of years. They fully qualified. They submitted their credentials under the fair and open process. And Mr. Cradwell, let's just be clear. The matter that you're referring to with regard to Acrisure is a parent company. And with regard to whatever inquiry that they may be making on business matters with these entities, it would be inappropriate for us to offer any comment or speculate what that inquiry is. But the fact of the matter is they're fully qualified and submitted a proposal that we're accepting.
Okay, and finally, I just wanted to ask about, may I just ask about 141 and 142? These are New Brunswick developments.
Yeah.
Can I just get some information about timeline on the LSRP cleaning up that property?
Mr. Cradwell, your time is up. You can ask it later on. Thank you.
You are muted.
The forward monitor?
No, Director, at this time there is not.
Is there a motion?
Director, this is Commissioner Nara. I need to vote separately on 2164R.
2164. Anyone else? Okay, Mr. Kelso?
Excuse me, I think Freeholder Tamaro has Resolution 21-151.
That's for Edison Township?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I believe that's all. Under those circumstances, Director, a motion would be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 21-20 through resolution 21-157, excluding resolutions 2164 and 21-151 to be voted upon separately.
Is there a motion?
Motion to adopt the consent
Second.
agenda?
Motion and a second. Roll call?
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Ascona Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny, County Commissioner Kenny, County Commissioner
Yes.
Pop.
Sorry.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
And, Director, it would now be appropriate to consider the resolution excluded by Commissioner Nara, Resolution 21-64.
Is there a motion?
Motion to adopt?
Second.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Escobar-Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Present but not voting.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
And finally, Director, would be appropriate to consider the resolution excluded by Commissioner Tamaro, Resolution 21-151.
So moved.
Motion.
Second, Armwood.
Motion and a second. Roll call.
County Commissioner Armwood,
Yes.
County Commissioner Escobar-Barber,
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny,
Yes.
County Commissioner Koppel,
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara,
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara,
Present, not voting?
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Okay, before we go into the public discussion, open it up, I just want to reiterate that participants on this call will have the ability to speak during the public portion of this meeting. Before participants are able to unmute themselves, they must press *9 to virtually raise your hand. When your hand is raised, you'll be placed in a queue or virtual line to speak during the public portion. The moderator will ask participants to raise hands to unmute themselves. When this happens, the phone operator will instruct the participants to press *6 to unmute themselves. You will know when you have been unmuted and it's time to speak when you hear the operator say you're unmuted. When a participant has either completed their comments or a total allocated 5 minutes are up, they will be placed on mute by the moderator. So to recap, these updated instructions, you must press *9 to raise your hand, then press *6 when the operator tells you to do so in order to speak during any part of the public portion. Again, we want to maintain decorum and order. And at this time, I open up the meeting to the public. Is there anyone in the queue, moderator?
Yes, Director, there is. I will allow that individual to
Would
speak.
like you to unmute your microphone.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Yes, good evening once again, Charles Cradaville, New Brunswick today. Just want to point out that we're here on a phone call in 2021 using 20th century technology when other county commissioner boards are using Zoom or other technology. You did use that for your reorganization meeting. Is there any reason that you're not going to continue with that?
That was a policy decision that we made as a board, and because of the reorg, because people were taking the oath of office, but we feel that this is in our best interest, everyone's best interest, that we have our meeting this way.
Yeah, I think it is in your best interest, but maybe not the public's. I do
But you still have access to the meetings, Charlie.
Yeah, and I only get the 5 minutes to question you, unlike what this board used to do, and you don't have conference meetings anymore, so you're having less public access than this board used to have. It's moving in the wrong direction. But I did want to get those answers on 142. This is a resolution, that one and the next one, you're giving almost $2 million to the prolific political donors, CME Associates. And this is involved with the giant hole in the ground in New Brunswick, the first resolution. Can you tell me what's the update on that? Haven't we already paid CME similar amounts of money, $500,000 here, $500,000 there, to clean up that site? What is the realistic timeline for when that contamination will be cleaned up?
Director Ron Sender, I could speak to that if you like. Yes, please.
Okay, Charlie, we're retaining CME. We're going to be drilling in a series of wells in Patterson Street and the surface lot. It's called an in situ treatment. We're not going to excavate out the contamination from the old county administration heating tank. The plume, they'll be injecting chemicals in to accelerate the degradation of the heating plume. CME is an LSRP, an agent for the DEP that oversees this. We're putting plans and specs together for bid. I expect we'll be starting, say, the fall of this year, and it'll probably be going on for a year where they'll be monitoring, injecting the chemicals, and extracting the heating oil when it floats to the top of the groundwater at certain wells.
Okay, well, I mean, this contamination's been there for decades, and it's really a shame that the county continues to throw money at the problem and hasn't solved it yet. I'll move on. I did want to address this board and some of the things you did last year. I think there were some unforgivable actions that you took. In particular, residents from New Brunswick came to you asking for help to protect our neighborhood school that developer wanted to demolish. You told us there was nothing you could do and you weren't involved. But then just a month or two later, we learned that actually you were involved and you were going to fund the project with our tax dollars and did nothing to help the people who came forward. I will never forget that, and I will never forgive you for that. You also hired Longo Electrical Mechanical, company owned by a convicted criminal who was pardoned by the disgraced former governor Chris Christie, and I'm still trying to figure out why you insisted on awarding that contract, considering the victims of their fraud was the Middlesex County Utilities Authority. And if you get caught doing something wrong like that and then you still keep hiring these folks, there's no disincentive for that criminal activity. And between you and what the governor did, you are encouraging criminal behavior. And then finally, and this is really important, you sat silent and did nothing when your party boss, Kevin McCabe, and his cronies canceled this year's elections for hundreds of neighborhood-level committee seats. As you know, this year would be the year that Democratic voters, Democrat Party people like me and you would be able to choose our representatives for our district. But a group of people decided, let's not have the election. And basically the Democratic Party wanted to be less democratic and have less elections. And even though these folks were elected to terms of 2 years, they said, let's double our length of our terms and let's just not have the election. And you used the pandemic as an excuse to take away our democracy in terms of the way the Democratic Party functions. And it is shameful and disgraceful. And I do want to read into the record the names of Kevin McCabe's cronies who supported this. David Bander from Plainsboro, Elsie Foster Dublin from Highland Park. Scott Snyder from Monroe, Letitia Coughlin from Woodbridge, Mildred Scott.
Your time is up, Mr. Cradaville. Is there anyone else in the public, moderator? At this time, Director, there is not. Motion to close? Motion to close the public. Second. Motion and second. All in favor?
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all. Have a good night. Stay safe, everyone.
Thank you,
all.
Director.
Good night, everyone.
Good evening.
Have a good night.